Hi, I'm Liam from Turn Sounds. PC monitors don't fold up like laptops.
Okay, well, welcome everyone to this kind of casual half episode of Just Keep Walking. We're just going to be reacting to the news that AMC has announced yesterday. And yeah, just get some initial reactions out the way, and we'll talk a bit more in depth about it in a later episode. But I'm Ben, and you're...
And I am Isaac.
And I am Liam.
Okay, so you're in the loop?
I am in the loop.
Okay,
Yeah.
and Isaac, you've avoided social media a bit today?
Yes,
avoided, but...
since you told me there was some kind of announcement.
Okay.
Quick point of reference though, just while we've done names and while we're still in the cold open of the show.
Yeah.
Could we today, Ben is in a sling, he's got one arm. Can we call him Aaron for today? Is he a bit of a one-armed man?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. Continue. No, I have not. I've heard nothing other than there's a final season announced or something.
Okay, yeah. Essentially, the announcement is season 11 is, going to be the final season of the Walking Dead main show. It's going to have 24 episodes, so it'll be quite a bit longer than usual. So almost like 2 seasons in one, especially considering the 6 extra ones we're getting. So it's essentially 2 more seasons worth of content, and then they're going to end it there. But they're keeping the franchise going. They'll have and get ready for this, Isaac. I'm not sure how you feel about it. A Daryl and Carol show is then going to continue focused on just them.
Just look at the flower.
No.
It's like, yeah, Daryl, yes, Carol.
And yet I smile. Okay, so have they all right. Have they done any sort of what's that called when you do testing with people? Focus groups.
Yeah.
Have they done who wants to see it?
I reckon a lot of
seriousness.
people do.
They want to see a Carol spin-off show.
In all seriousness, yeah, definitely.
Okay then. All right then.
Yeah, I think they definitely need to do a bit of work to redeem her a bit from some of the stuff she's done in season 10. But I'm making my way through some of the earlier seasons now, and yeah. Do you remember the one in season 5 when they go into the city together? It's just focused on Daryl and Carol looking for Beth.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, I don't know. They are a great couple. I think they work well together. It'll be interesting to see them off on an adventure. But I suppose the show already is kind of centered around them to some extent. They're sort of the 2 big characters who've really stuck around from the first season. And so it pretty much already is kind of focused on them, but it's got everything else going on as well. So now this will be just kind of trimmed down a bit and just focusing more on them.
So it's like a Daryl and Carol TV spin-off show, like the 2 of them together in one show.
Yeah, not 2 separate shows. Yeah, sorry. You think,
get ready for Carol, a Walking Dead spin-off show. I'm like,
no, that's fair.
Okay,
yeah.
That's much better.
The 2 of them together.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's gonna, go for it.
Oh, I got to address the elephant in the room now, though.
Yeah.
What about Daryl and Connie?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't say that no other characters are going to be in it, so...
True.
I mean,
True.
Yeah, there's plenty of possibilities, but...
I was going to say no pun intended, but I guess now it is intended. They've kind of buried her character as far as, Connie's concerned. I mean, I hope not, but that's kind of what's happened.
No, fair. Well, I guess, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to be a couple or anything like that. Connie still could be in a relationship with Daryl, or they could go off with them. But I suppose, at the moment with the main show, we're cutting between so many different things. You're seeing all the different communities and different, Eugene's going off doing this thing, and then the other group's doing this. So I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to get rid of everything else, but maybe it can just be a bit more focused on the one thing rather than cutting between whatever else is going on. So I guess in that sense, it's not quite the end of the show necessarily, even though it's the end of the main series, but the story kind of continues.
I do want to ask you though, particularly Ben, but then also Liam. In fact, I'll lead it by asking you, Liam.
Okay.
So we've already seen. Well, I don't know if it's still announced or what's happening, but this whole Rick movie's coming out, right?
Yeah.
And then also we've seen Michonne walk off into the distance.
Mm.
Would you like to see, or do you think there is going to be some kind of like intermingling with like, so this new show with Daryl and Carol, do you think it's going to be like you watch this miniseries and then you get to see them in the movies, but you need to have watched the miniseries to find out how they got to the movies? Like, would you like to see it all tie together like that, or?
That is a good question, and I would.
Okay.
It'd be nice to have some sort of similarity between all of them, or something that sort of connects the dots a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But if I'm being honest, I'd prefer to have Rick come back in the finale, like in the final season.
Right.
I think that would be a nice
100%.
wrap up.
Yeah, that's definitely, I agree. Hey, like, I mean, they could do it without him, but like, come on, it's the final season.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
bring the whole gang back together. Like, have the reunion with Rick and the family, meeting Judith
Yeah.
growing up for the first time, and like, yeah, you got to.
Especially
So,
after like
yeah.
they've had a bit of a history of like, ticking off the fans by doing, certain character killing off movements.
Yeah.
Like, what better way to unite the fan base by saying at the end of it all, and here's Rick back again? Like,
Absolutely.
be great.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I definitely like the idea that it's not getting cancelled, that they're, ending the show on their own terms. They've said, okay, this is the story we want to tell. We can keep it going with some characters, but overall for the show, this is where we want to end the story. So I really like that they're able to, add more episodes and do it in their own way. And I just hope that, they've really got an awesome story to be able to tie it all in a neat bow rather than it just getting cancelled and left in a place where they didn't want it. So yeah. So the Daryl and Carol one it's essentially going to be more of the main show because Angela Kang's going to be show running and Scott Gimple's involved. So like
Okay.
it's all the big guys. It's not just like they're palming it off to another random crew. So that's definitely good news. But there's another one which they haven't set any dates or anything, but it'll be called Tales of the Walking Dead. And that'll
Okay.
be anthology.
Ooh.
So each episode will just be, like bottle episodes. It could jump around in time. And they'll all just be focused on either backstories potentially or specific characters going off doing different adventures. So that's really everything can happen.
Yeah.
Which is quite exciting, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It's
cool.
Interesting.
I like what you said as well, Ben, about it not being cancelled and finishing on their own terms.
Yeah.
Because I think that would annoy me for a very long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you recall in the very first episode we recorded, I said that, I just want to know how it ends. This whole like apocalypse thing. I want to.
Right.
How does it all end? And if it like suddenly got cut and then we never knew why or what happened,
Sure.
that would just be such a disservice, I feel. But
Yeah.
we got something here. That's cool.
That's very good. Yeah, definitely. You go. You go.
I should have used my hand.
No, that's fine.
Or at least wrap the story up effectively.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in the comic books, they don't go into detail around how the outbreak started or anything around that. And correct me if I'm wrong, you might know a bit around this as well, Ben.
Okay.
But Robert Kirkman wanted to make sure that the fear is always there and that it's not... Like if you can understand it a bit more, you can rationalize it. So if you remove that element, no one knows where this has come from, what it is. It's just what it is now. So I wonder if they'll go down that path as well with all the extended shows and keep us in the dark in terms of like how the walkers came to be, what was the initial...
Yeah. I think that could, definitely sort of pop the tires on the universe if you just said, okay, here's how it works, here's a cure or something like that, then it kind of limits where you can go from there to some extent. But would you like to see that?
I would, and my dream ending, I've actually had some time to think about this,
Okay.
believe it or not, about 10 seasons. My dream ending is that everybody just gets so proficient at being a survivor, you hide on top of a bus when a horde comes by, you don't light fires, blah, 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 you don't eat this and that, and you use weapons this way. Everybody just gets so good that the very last episode is like the last walker that they can find, and they just stab it. They essentially
so
just
they clear everything.
They clear everything, and then Morgan's there at the end. He's like, cleared. Like, also, not that bit, but
That's amazing.
rather than a cure, I like the idea of eradicating the disease or the, infected by just killing every last one of them off.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea, hey? I like it. Very cool. Any other sort of thoughts or reactions from you guys? And then I've got one more question for you, but yeah, anything else that pops to mind just from, hearing that news?
It's like stereotypically bittersweet. You said it perfectly, Isaac. It's nice that they're going to be able to end it on their terms, and they're going to actually be able to finish the story rather than it getting canned after a season where they were hoping to extend it and tell more story. So as much as I'm sad that it's coming to an end, because 11 seasons, that's a long time to be invested in a show.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a great show, so it's sad that it's ending, but I'm really happy that they're going to be able to hopefully do it justice and end it well.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I did groan a little bit, like when I heard that, they were saying, up to 20 seasons or something like that. I was kind of like,
Yeah.
I like it, but I don't know about sticking around for that long.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I exactly that. I think it's good that there is an end in sight, and then like there's shoot-offs from that. I would have liked if we'd heard something about the Rick movies instead of this news, though. I have to say.
Yeah, that's still just completely. They haven't really said anything about it. Hey?
No.
Yeah, all up in the air. So, I mean, who knows? They could just can the movies completely and then bring him back for the whole final season. Like, I would love to see that.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. If that were the case, I would be happy for no movies but Rick returning to The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So, I mean, so many options. Hey?
Yeah.
I think it's exciting nonetheless. Bittersweet's like the perfect word. Hey, I've been feeling like a little bit sad about it, to be honest, reading the news. Like, because, like you said, it's been 10 years, so many seasons, and like, it's definitely. It is just a TV show, it's not the end of the world, but it's played a big part in my life. You guys can. Well, it's about it. Yeah, it's true. But it definitely is more than just a show to quite a lot of people. It really is.
Yeah,
100%. Very impacting, and obviously even just being able to do this, it's obviously played quite a bit of a part in our lives. So it's sad to see that come to an end, but glad that they're not just completely cutting off everything. That there's still more story to tell, and more to come.
Yeah, and let no one ever take anything away from that. Like, it's like you say, year after year, people have, been entertained by this great series, and it's always sad to see these things wrap up when they do. So
100%. Hey,
you'll just rewatch all the same episodes. Over
and totally. That's it. You can't take them away from me. Good that they'll be able to, just do it neatly in their own way. And that's. Obviously, that's not necessarily the end of spin-off shows that they can do in the future. There's plenty more, I guess if they were to do it where the story is right at the moment, you could easily do Hilltop series or, focus on those characters. Magnus Group, whatever. Woodbury backstory.
Rebirth.
Oh, I thought you said Woodbury. Dang it.
Return to Woodbury. You could do
man.
That could be a series.
Chills. I just got...
Luke
Rebirth
returns to Woodbury.
Oh.
It like takes over, renames it Luke Berry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's if Isaac won like $1 billion in the lottery. That's what you would find.
$20,000 and I'd do that.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, we'll probably wrap it up there then. Just keep this one short. Well, maybe once we've had some more time to think about it, I'd be keen to, in a future episode, get into some speculation. Who are some other characters who maybe would be cool to see a spin-off show about, or at the very least an episode from the Tales of Walking Dead series. Keen to talk more, but for now we'll wrap it up there. And before we leave you for today, do make sure to head to turnsounds.com. That's where we publish all our podcasts. We've got a whole pile of other ones: Star Wars, Move Your Mind, about health and fitness, Anthony's frontal lobe, talking about a pile of random stuff and
rubbish.
Questions. No, it's not rubbish. It's good stuff. But lots of other shows there. That's where you can also get in touch with us, or you can find us on Instagram, Turn Sounds, or Just Keep Walking on Instagram, or Facebook, wherever else. So keep an eye out for us there and make sure to get in touch. Just love to hear from you. So turnsounds.com.